Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the new Axial Basecamp. Well, before we get too much further, I just wanted to say thank you very much for stopping in and taking a look at another one of my videos. And if this does benefit you in any way, do please consider giving me a thumbs up and a subscription, as that would really help me out. Now that everything's kind of unboxed and out in the open, I can give you a really good look at the Axial Basecamp here. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is these two foam things that are kind of like a Disney character here. This was on the vehicle in the box, and I've never seen this packaged this way in any other models. And this is here so that when the box is packaged here, it prevents some collapsing that happens during shipping. So I think this is a really nice addition to protect things in the body. I've seen these models come come out of the package rather with the zip ties broken, and that's something that happens getting jostled in the shipping. So that's a really nice thing that they have done here to protect that during the shipping process. Now this is not glued to the model. There's actually kind of a like a window cling kind of thing here. When you pull this off, this comes loose. So this is, like I said, a really interesting thing that I've seen them do during the shipping process here. Another nice thing I've seen that's different from the packaging is that underneath the body clips here, they've done the same kind of thing with this window cling material so that when you go to take the body off here the first time, you don't end up scratching it up with your body clips. Now when you do remove these body clips, I do always recommend don't pull these out of here. Instead, kind of gently lift the body clip itself and it'll push it out. And this will prevent some of that scratching that I was mentioning before. So that's kind of a tip for you that you can use whenever you're removing these body clips. Now, in mentioning the controller that they include in this model, they do include the SCX10 III transmitter. This is their basic transmitter that they include in a lot of Horizon models. There is an SR315 receiver in the model, so that is a Spectrum compatible. If you had a nicer controller you wanted to link to your Basecamp, you wouldn't have to use this. Now, a great advantage of using a 3-channel controller in this model is that should you want to use a servo in that open slot for your winch, this already has the capabilities to operate that. So this being a momentary switch, you can use this as an out, stop, and an in, or vice versa. So this would be already set up for you. You wouldn't have to purchase a secondary controller to make that work. Now the bodies that come with this vehicle come in 3 different colors. You have the blue one as I have here, there's a gray, there's also a green, and they really have aimed for more of that just basic entry-level type of a body. No licensing here, but this should be plenty durable enough for the beginner user. And there's a lot of options out there available should you want to upgrade this. Now when looking at this version, you can see this is a really stripped back version of the SCX10 III. Gone are the waterproof boxes and the options for your 2-speed transmissions and your dig units. They've really just stripped this back to make this kind of more of an entry-level SCX10 III. So if you've been interested in SCX10 III and you're really just trying to mind your budget, this is a really good option for you. Now when looking at the model here on this angle, you can see they've gone back with that more SCX10 II center-mounted transmission. And like I mentioned, gone are all of the 2-speed components here. They also don't have that scale motor assembly that's up front. Now there are 2 mounting positions, just like in the SCX10 III for your batteries. You can mount it here on your chassis, you can mount it here for more weight distribution if you like. Now Horizon's been very nice enough here to put some metal shock bodies on, as well as a metal panhard mount. That is the plastic one that's known to break in almost every single rock crawler on the market. Now looking underneath the model, you can see they've included the metal links, and that's a change from the deadbolt and the honcho, which had plastic links. And of course you get a look here at those portal axles. That is a really nice option to have something that's not quite as expensive as the standard SCX10 IIIs. Now I mentioned with this being a more stripped back version, you can see the electronics have done the same. This is not a Firma speed controller, this is actually a rebranded Dynamite speed controller. The SR315 receiver is no longer in a waterproof box, and the S614 servo, which is standard in a lot of models, is a Metal Gear servo. But one welcome change here is they've done away with the plastic servo arm and given you a metal one. Now the one area where I think they've really let us down here is in the tire. Now this tire is a licensed Falcon tire, but it's quite stiff. I would say this really feels more RTR than premium, so this is an area like most rock crawlers where you want to upgrade those tires. Now for chassis measurements, the wheelbase comes in at about 12¼ inches with a ground clearance of about 3 inches. And the track width is measuring 9¼ and the tire diameter is measuring about 4¾ Now getting a closer look at the front end, you can see they've included 2 additional spots for servos here. Now one of those spots could be used for a winch servo, which they have already prepared the bumper for your fair lead. But also in the bumper here, there are spots to put LEDs, and the wire keepers are pre-installed behind the bumper. Now as we put a wrap on this video, my personal opinion is that this is a great option for you to get into if you're looking for more of that strip back crawler. And if you did benefit from this video in any way, do please consider giving me a thumbs up and a subscription. Also, don't forget to hit that bell if you want to see the future content. Well, that'll wrap it up for today, and I hope to see you in the next one.